How's it, guys? Welcome back to the Lourensford Estate, where we usually gather as petrol heads. Today it's all about Alfa Romeo. It's a 110-year celebration of Alfa Romeo. It's 2 years late, but you know, COVID. So the Alfa fans, the Alfisti, are out in force today. We're expecting 150 cars and some really special cars, some of which, like this one, I've never seen before in my life. Let's take a look.
Hi there, welcome to our 110-year anniversary of Alfa Romeo. Obviously with COVID it's been delayed by 2 years, but look at the turnout, 150 cars expected today, spanning from 1937 right across to the latest and greatest. So we're very proud to have some really good cars here, things you won't normally see, and I think that for Cape Town it's going to be a show to remember. From 2 Sprint Speciales, we've got a new GT-AM, we've got 2 SZ and an RZ Zagato, we've got Montreals, we've got Giulietta Spider Velocis, we've got everything here. So I think in all, it's going to be a day to remember, and we look forward to obviously enjoying the sunshine and fellow Alfisti friendship.
Lourensford certainly provided a spectacular backdrop, and as with any car meet, it is very exciting to watch as cars arrive. But let's kick things off with one of the cars I've never seen in the metal before. This incredibly rare 1947 6C Frecciato Oro for Golden Arrow was the first post-war Alfa Romeo and was made available on the day by the Franschhoek Motor Museum. Only 680 of these were built until 1951. Parked next to the 2 seductive Sprint Speciales was a gorgeous Giulietta Spider Veloci from 1961. Another rare topless beauty on display, and actually standing out in a sea of red, was a grey touring Spider. You can have a look at its spotless beige interior earlier on in this video. Next to the Spider and belonging to the same lucky owner was a very rare 1964 Touring Sprint 2600 in right-hand drive. Another car I have never seen in the metal before and in absolutely perfect condition. And now for something completely different. The brutal looking SZ and RZ twins. A combined effort of Centro Stile Fiat and Alfa Romeo and Zagato, these cars were built using Alfa 75 mechanicals. Only 278 RZs, that's the Roadster, were built. The Alfa 75 was of course never sold in South Africa, but this black example did somehow make its way to our shores. Next to it were 2 largely forgotten big Alfas, the 119i and the Alfa 6, which has a massive sticker on its bootlet proudly proclaiming that it has 6 Dell'Otto carburetors. Facing these rare boxy sedans were the later 4-door saloons that initially marked Alfa's return to South Africa, including the well-received 156, the 164, which is aging like fine red wine, I might add, and the smaller 155, which of course rose to fame in DTM racing. Welcoming guests at the entrance was a lineup of fine examples of Alfa's iconic Bertoni-designed 105 and 115 series coupes, some completely original while others tastefully tweaked. While I'd be happy to take any of these home, I must say that the purity of design exhibited by the step nose right at the end gets my vote. Facing the classics from the opposing side was a lineup of Alfa Romeo's instant modern classic, the 4C, in just about every colour they were offered in. It's good to see that the Alfisti passion continues to the newer cars too. One of the most popular cars on display was a racy looking GT-AM. In fact, it was so popular it was difficult to get a clear photo of it all day, such was the interest. And how about this tastefully modified 1300 Junior Stepnose, or Scalino, upgraded to be a replica of the 1965 GTA and featuring possibly the cleanest engine bay of the day. No wonder the bonnet was up proudly all day long. A comprehensive lineup of Alfa's Type 116 GT and GTVs was on display. The Giugiaro Giugiaro design coupe was popular in South Africa back in the early 80s, when this country was actually one of the Italian marque's biggest export markets. Now of course, what is a GTV lineup without the iconic GTV6, and particular in uniquely South African 3-litre form? No worries, a fine red example of what was once the fastest locally produced car soon arrived and quickly lured a crowd. More cars continued arriving throughout the day, including this white Berliner model, which is rarely seen on the road these days. But then one of the highlights of the day finally arrived when one of the few Montreals in the Western Cape showed up, immediately wowing the crowds. Such was the excitement to see the Montreal that it was almost possible to miss the rather special car following hot on its tailpipes, the Giulietta Group 1, a unique to South Africa model named after famous local racing series from the 80s. Compared with normal Giuliettas, it had more power and GTV-style front suspension. And a colourful trio of Giulias to close off a remarkable day. Here's to another 110 years, Alfa Romeo.